What do you think the sheriff was doing in bringing up the behavior, the previous history, and criminal activity of your clients?
He was politicizing it. The sheriff just said it just now. He said that there's an epidemic. And in his press conference, the conference that he had right after the girls died, and subsequent press conferences, what he has brought up is his task force. He would like to have his task force back to combat the juvenile theft, juvenile auto theft crime. And even in the paper, about a week after the fact the girls died, there was a whole article about the reemergence of the task force. So in my mind, all I can do is that he can think is that he was politicizing the issue and that he was using these girls' criminal history to take away from the fact that they did nothing to go in and save these girls. From the video that has been released to me, and let me be clear, Drew, not all the video has been released to me. I think that the sheriff is trying to give an appearance of transparency, but not all the video has been released.
Sheriff, I'm going to give the sheriff a chance to respond to that. Sheriff, will you respond?
Sure. All the video has been released. There is no more video. The facts speak for themselves. It is a big problem. This past Friday night, we had another one, 5 kids, 13, 14, and 15-year-olds, and they were arrested in a stolen car. And in the last 18 months, between the 5 of them, Drew, they've been arrested 63 times here in Pinellas County. We have a problem, and I don't want to see one more kid die. I don't want to see these girls' death in vain. I want to change, and I want things to change, and I want the kids to change in the community to know we have a problem. And that's why we need to get the message out that this needs to stop here in this county.
Cheryl, how can we quarrel with the sheriff's intent here, right? He wants his community to heal and get better. He's got a big problem on his hands. I think you're right. Tactically, people like Annalise may attack him if he uses this opportunity to go, no?
No, I'm agreeing.
Yeah, to go after these issues. But he's got a huge problem on his hands. He wants things to get better. Why are we going after the guy that's trying to heal his community?
Well, here's the deal. I can't argue the intent of the officers or intent of what the sheriff meant in his press release, but what I can tell you is that it was very off-putting, because all I heard was what sounded to me like an attempt to smear these young ladies. I heard over and over for this extensive press conference that there were black people, that these were black kids, that these are the only ones who steal cars. And so I'm left to believe that maybe this is what the officers hear in roll call, because I've sat in many roll call where briefings are presented and an officer may then go out into the field and say, well, we're chasing another stolen car. It's got to be black people. And so when that stolen car runs into the mud or a pond, we may not do everything we can because it's black people.
Randy, hold on. I'll give you a chance. But Randy, I cannot believe that our first responders, our police they're getting beat up all the time these days, are not going full speed when there's somebody's life in danger. I can't believe that doesn't happen. Go ahead, Randy.
No, the police did everything that they could have done and should have done. To go further into what they were doing into that pond would have been suicide. I'll tell you what's really going on with Miss Whitfield is she's setting the stage for another frivolous lawsuit against the police who did absolutely nothing wrong. And what happened here is a terrible tragedy. It was not the fault of the police. They did everything they should do, everything they could do.
And yet, hold on, Annalise, you see the opportunity there too.
I'm laughing because if you guys are making the case for her, stop getting up on the media podium and talking about race then. I mean, stop talking about these other kids, the other criminal incidents. Like, you're doing it to yourself.
So in other words, by bringing in his big picture problem, which he is preoccupied with and wants to get better, and that we want him to make it better, by bringing that into this case, he's opening himself to liability.
Divorce the two principles. You have a problem in your county. You should deal with it. You should address it. You should have public. Go to the schools. Talk to the schools. Don't talk about it at a press conference where 3 kids died.